Let me tell you a little bit about Muhammad's life. So, Muhammad was born into a world where the poets and the musicians were scoundrels, and the athletes, they had all the money and the power, and they call themselves gods. You can relate to today's world because there's a lot of rich people that they just have the freedom to do those things. So Muhammad originally, before he got revelation, he was part of a group, like a naturalist group, like a science group that they live by. They live by like it wasn't it was more science, not exactly by Rabbil Alamin, but so is this he the science group? It had a lot of stuff figured out about the way to live in this world, but it just wasn't correct. It just it wasn't from God. So Allah sent Jibril to Muhammad, and it Jibril sent the word of God, the word of Allah to Muhammad. So when when Jibril sent the Quran, the word of Allah, to Muhammad, uh, Muhammad was given the wisdom, the way of living in this life that was far superior and far surpassed anything that Muhammad learned before that from the world. So, uh, the word, the Quran that Allah sent to Muhammad, it far exceeded the science group, the naturalist group. It far exceeded any of the musicians and the poets, because the Quran, the words that were given to Muhammad, uh, they were mercy in this life and the next. So when people practice the Sunnah, they felt the coolness of Allah, and they felt the mercy, and they felt how good it was compared to the ways of life that people had before that. And so if you practice the Sunnah, it's already the coolness of Allah. It's already the mercy of Allah. It's better than any science or any wisdom or any knowledge you could get anywhere else. In fact, if it's not from Allah, it's a rebellion, and it'll actually be bad for you. So you need to put more belief and more stock in the Sunnah, and you need to put, if you really want coolness in your life, if you really want mercy in your life, you need to practice the Sunnah completely. You can't be acting like the science or other knowledge or wisdoms uh, are Al Kareem, because they're not. I mean Hakim, because they're not Hakim. Hakim is Allah. Peace is Allah. Mercy is Allah. You practice Allah's Sunnah. If you want mercy and coolness in this life, the more I practice the Sunnah, the more I'm able to practice more Sunnah, the better I feel. Inshallah, inshallah, I can just have my Sunnah life, and so so sometimes we have to make tough decisions, right? But the Sunnah, the Sunnah is the coolness and the mercy in this life. You're not gonna find it in science. You're not gonna find it in music or poets. You're not gonna find it in the hype. You're not going to find it in the doctors or anything else. You see, the Sunnah already has it figured out. If you want coolness and mercy in this life, you practice the Sunnah.